Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Hand-Built Pottery and Sculpture. My name is Kimberlie Wright. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you're having a wonderful morning. So let's get right into our discussion for today. We were speaking about, well, yesterday I did show a dish that I put a lip inside of. So if anybody does want to see that, I will allow people to see that. However, I'm just talking a little bit slow to allow more people to come in. Right now, we're working on an abstract piece of art. Some people still have not turned in their lidded or unlidded vegetable or fruit tray, or sorry, vessel, and their Mobius. But however, don't fret, don't get frustrated. Just continue working and just kind of catch up to the project. So as we go on, you won't be so far behind because we have a lot of glazing and painting to do as well. All right, so be mindful that we are recording. So if you do not consent to your face being shown on YouTube, you have to turn your video off, but be still open to the fact that this is the time for us to socialize and stay active. Are you able to unmute yourselves, young people?
I muted myself, but I can't I can't see anything. It's still waiting to give me a video.
Okay,
so I don't know.
Just take your time and do that. I have to move on because the video has nothing to do with on our end. But what you want to do, you touch the screen, and at the bottom of the screen, it's usually a video camera. You touch that.
Well, I'm in a location that doesn't have strong internet. I think that's the problem. So,
and one thing you might want to do is try to end the meeting for yourself and then sign right back in.
That's what I did, and it worked.
See, you might get a better connection.
All right, let me try that.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
I can see how to even leave. I can't even get to that.
When you touch the screen, you're going to see something that says end meeting or leave or.
Right. No, that's what should be happening. I know, but.
All right. So I asked you all to, let me see. Yeah, it looks like Miss Deborah Bell, your video camera, I just pressed on your screen. You have your video camera turned off. So moving right along. Okay. Have to get my notes. I asked you all to, that doesn't mean just because we had class yesterday that whatever I asked you all to do for the project that I was expecting you to do it today. However, the class is for me to continue on with the lessons so that you can get more clarity as to what we are doing. All right. Abstract, our abstract art. Right now in the present, abstract art now lives in the art world of many forms. It is 2- and 3-dimensional. It can be vast or small. Abstract art can also be made with many materials. So be mindful of that. You always know in class, if we want to embellish or add more different materials to our pieces, we can. Like, I think Miss Paulette McKinney now is finishing a mirror with that's fashioned like the Mardi Gras mask, and she's gonna, once it's done, she's gonna put all kind of beads and stuff on it. So I'm really anxious to see that. But I'm patient too. So going right along, abstract art can be made with many materials and on many surfaces. It can be used in concert with representational art or completely abstract. Artists creating it often focus on other visual qualities. So you, the artist that created, this is what artists create on. This is what artists, focus on. Artists creating abstract art usually focus on other visual qualities such as color, form, texture, scale, the size of it, and more in their non-objective work. If you all need to grab a pencil and paper or something today, please go ahead and do that, because there's more information that you may be interested in to jot or write down. So for some reason, I end up working backward yesterday. I asked you all to make a illustration page that would represent what you are making in clay. The illustration page is something that's supposed to be drawn and actually has color, or either has some reference to what color you plan on doing your piece from beginning to end. And you're also supposed to describe what different components of your piece means. So first of all, I said 3 things. You got to describe, you have to say what colors or actually color the piece. I guess the reason why I said I started working backwards is because actually I just announced what the fourth project was going to be, a DIY. But I had started doing my DIY yesterday, and I just ended up doing my abstract this morning. But however, I approached, you don't have to do your DIY now. The do-it-yourself project is next. However, the way that I approached my do-it-yourself project, it was just fun. I just did it the same way that I'm gonna do my abstract piece. So this is just an example. This particular piece that I drew and painted yesterday is a watercolor. All right. This is going to be my do-it-yourself piece. Already I have reference to how the image is going to look and the colors, but since I'm not finished, because I plan on seeing some of y'all's ideas next week, I'm going to write all my information here as to what this is all about. And so far, I just kind of like jotted my information down on the back side. If you can see some words, kind of like, it's really hard on white. But however, this whole page is full of my information. As I was actually building this, things were coming to mind of actually what I was building. But I'll share that with y'all next week. And so this is my do-it-yourself project, but once again, this is the portion I've already started making it in clay, because I'm basically completely finished with that concept, if you can see it. So you see, something is going to be looking like this on this paper. But I'll tell y'all about that more. But I still wanted you to see something what I'm looking for. And if you're not actually coloring your piece, you want to draw lines to reference what color you want it, so you can stick to your plan. That's what I'm trying to get you to do. Plan out a project from beginning to end and execute it. So I did start to trace out this morning my abstract piece, and I'm actually completely finished with the concept, because right here in my notebook, I've jotted down what I want to do, if you can see that.
That's very hard to see.
I know, it's okay. But however, you can't even see that. Let me see if I can push this a little closer.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I'm making is, I'll explain it again in a minute, but what I'm making is it's like a concept or a meditation. A meditation is basically just a thought. And the thought is I can't really explain it all the way, but I'll be able to next week. The thought is when you're cleaning up, ladies,
Okay.
that you don't clean up, men, but.
I'm gonna get off my phone.
All right now. When you're cleaning up and sometimes you get like in a groove, maybe you might have on music or not, but you're enjoying yourself cleaning up, and you have like a meditation, you're thinking about different things. So that's like one part of my concept, but however, it's kind of like a robot too. Sometimes when you're cleaning up and going through the same routines of life, you sort of feel like a robot. But then it's a blessing in itself too, because you're able to be here and alive. And cleaning up is a concept of clean. I always heard and know that cleanliness is next to godliness. So you want to have certain disciplines, and being clean is like one thing that I cherish or honor. So this particular piece is a functional piece, and sometimes you have to remind yourself when you're going through things that you might not necessarily want to in life, that you know it's part of life, and just love yourself and be positive and move forward. So the piece has something to do with a positive image or word as well. If you can see that, it actually says, I love you.
Mhm.
Then the whole thing is kind of like a robot, because it really, this is the eye of the thing, and this is the nose, because those are the nostrils. And this, the U is the mouth, because you can see little teeth in there. Then I put handles on it, arms going up, and I think it's going to be wide. So in the back, they're going to be arms going down to show like the progression of work, so to speak. And then I have like legs on the piece. But however, all of these crevices will be open, because it's going to be kind of small. It's not that small, but if you can imagine, those openings are going to be able to hold like a dish sponge and the little thing that you put down in the sink, the clogger. Like, it's really just a thing to hold the dish sponges at the sink. You're so silly. So anyway, that's abstract. That's my concept. I just wanted to kind of give y'all an idea. Just, you know, this is my mind. So just be creative and do your own thing. You don't have to be that illustrious as it pertains to, it could be something like I don't know if you all already know. One thing you should have done since yesterday is research abstract clay art or abstract clay sculpture, so that you can get some ideas of actually what it is that you're doing. And just because you can tell, definitely that's something that came out of my mind, because it's original. You ain't gonna see it out there nowhere. And that's the whole thing about abstract as well. Abstract, doing art, you're supposed to do your own thing and be original. And abstract, there's no way you can copy off someone. Somebody's got some noise going on. Okay, so doesn't matter if you are just making some type of artwork from any other genre, like a painting, but abstract is definitely supposed to be original, because it's supposed to be coming from the inside of you, not the outside. So, Mr. Cumberlander, yesterday when you asked me, could you do a piece like what you saw with a hand on top, this, that, and the other, don't think so much on the outside of yourself rather than the inside and what you're feeling. So this piece, what I just created, is all about how I'm feeling when I'm cleaning up, basically. So it's kind of like a good feeling, especially when you're rewarded when you finish cleaning up and everything's so tidy and nice and clean. But it's a bad feeling too, to have to clean up what you've messed up, and I guess kind of like do the work sometimes, depending on what work it is. Because like one of my worst chores that I hate is cleaning up the bathroom. Some people say I hate cleaning up the kitchen, but I hate cleaning up the bathroom. But anyway, I need to practice not saying hate. I don't enjoy cleaning up the bathroom. All right. So it's a few people out there. I see Miss Deborah. If you don't have any noise, you are welcome to unmute yourselves.
Yeah, I've got off my phone. My phone wasn't working. I had to go home and get on my laptop.
All right.
Um, but I missed everything that you showed in the first 10 minutes. I heard you, but I couldn't see anything.
Okay, I have to move forward. So sorry. I'll show it again if I have time after what I've done, but I'm gonna move forward. And I've said to you all after my class, sometimes I even gone on long. I've been on this video sometimes for 45 minutes, even like an hour. And like, thank you so much for joining and committing to your class, young people. Right now we have like 16 participants. And so sometimes when the piece goes over the 30 minutes, then some people go ahead and log off because they are interested in taking other people's classes. It's no problem. But I will go back for you, Ms. Deborah Bell. But right now I'm just gonna go forward. I hope everybody, the reason why I'm gonna go back too for Ms. Deborah Bell, everybody, because some people maybe possibly did not hear some of the things that I said, but I'm gonna go forward first, then back. All right. Okay, some of the packaging when you are transporting your pieces, I've seen somebody doing some things that are not proper. When you transport your pieces, once again, they're supposed to be in a box that the piece can fit in with some type of cushioning around it. Usually we use shredded paper. You may not be able to get shredded paper. Some people are using newspaper, some people are using plastic. Some people have cushion from inside of pillows, or I'm not really sure what it is, but you cannot give me your piece in a bag, hold in the bag, because it's gonna shift your work. If you made your piece on a tray and you want to hand it to me on a tray, I will, take your piece and put it on the shelf and then give you your tray right back. That's why I gave you all the trays, so that you will have something to work on. So please be mindful of how you are transporting your pieces. It's like a real shame to be making these beautiful works and then they just break up. But we have more chances for them to break now, being that we are not in our classroom environment. All right, so that's one thing that I wanted to say. And so I want to give everybody kudos and congratulations. I'll do that in a minute. All right. So the next project, I want to give a few ideas. If someone has a block or they are not sure what they want to make for their do-it-yourself project. If you have your pen and paper, this is a list of things that you can do for the do-it-yourself project. However, you don't have to write every single one. You only want to write something that I call out that you are particularly interested in. Some people always tell me, I can't think what to make. You have a big chunk of meat in between your ears, just like I do. Love y'all so much. It's called a brain. We have to think for ourselves. We all have done so many wonderful things in our lives, which are called experiences. And just like there are so many things on the outside of you that you have seen or heard or touched or felt, or that type of thing, you have also you just encountered so many different things in life because you are unique. You are original. You are only the one person that's ever going to be here just like that. So you have to use what you have to in your memory, in your box, that brain, to just kind of like relax and meditate and kind of see what it is that you love or that you don't love. Go to the left, go to the right, to pull some type of creativity out of yourself. However, just for some type of encouragement and help, here are a few projects. If you are interested, write it down, and also you might take it a step further. All right. You can make one or these 10 household items: a flower pot, a vase, toothbrush holder, coffee mug, wall art, dish sponge holder, pencil holder, a bowl or a plate, soap dish, paperweight, or a picture frame. That was 10 items, 10 household items that you can possibly make. Sometimes we make art for the sake of making art, and sometimes we make it to have like functionality, to be functional, that you can use it. All right, some more items that you can make as a do-it-yourself project is candle holder. You can put holes in the candle holder for light. Hanging planters, like planters that you hang. Clay animation figurine. Some people in love with Betty Boop or Mickey Mouse. Maybe you want to make a little figurine of some character out there. Bart Simpson. I don't know. All right. Maybe you want to make some hanging birds. Birds look really, if you make some small birds and put a little thing on the hanger, they look so beautiful because they look like they're flying. It's a really nice thing to make. Lampshade. Beads for a necklace or a bracelet. Door knobs or knobs for some type of cabinet. Brooch, pendant, or charm. You can roll, don't forget that you can roll impressions of something in your clay like lace to have a design. Wind chime or mobile. Jewelry holder, incense holder, coasters, a magnet for a refrigerator or some type of cabinet, like a locker, or a clay gift tag, like a tag that you put on a gift that you're giving somebody. Maybe you can get some tags out of clay. What is that? Rustic bowl, a bell, bracelet, sorry, book ends, business card holder, pet bowl, like for a water and a food dish for a dog or a cat. Maybe sometimes you have somebody, you know, one of your nieces or nephews or grandchildren, they have a little pet, you can give it to them for a gift. People love gifts for their pets. A door sign, a door stop, garden decoration or a garden totem, cell phone holder, laptop or notebook type pad holder, which is, you know, like the thing that you level it up, sit it up where you can work. A plaque, a bank, like a piggy bank or a money bank. It doesn't have to be a pig. Money bank, a toothpick holder, trivets. Trivets, some people don't know what trivets are. Trivets are like the surfaces that you put on a table for Thanksgiving or something, so that if you put pots or something hot on the plate, on the table, it doesn't damage the table. Yeah. And one more is a tea bag holder. A tea bag holder, if you want to look up, that's a fun thing to look up, clay tea bag holder. On the edge of a cup, you'll have like, just like I'm doing like a clothespin or something, you're gonna make something that is open like this that can slide on the end of the cup. But some of the ones I've seen is like a mushroom or a piece of fruit. But the thing is, you sit it on the side of your cup and wrap the tea string around it so that it doesn't fall all the way in the water. You know how sometimes we be trying to scoop it out or dig it out because, so look that up if you want to. Clay tea bag holders. All right. I have 3 quotes. An artist is not paid for his labor, but for his vision. when you price artwork, of course, you have to include the fact that you have materials that you have spent and the time. But however, the person should pay for your vision as well. Meaning, like, you don't have time just to be coming up with these brilliant concepts that you all do and just let it go for cheap. However, depends on, it's still your choice on what you feel your what you're worth. All right. The next one, I'll read that again. An artist is not paid for his labor, but for his vision. The second quote, we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing.
Love
All right. The next one is kind of like a little poem. Play folds, play molds, play rests, play sets, play dance to the tune you love to hum, play grows into person you finally become. All right, going right back. So for Ms. Deborah Bell and everybody else who didn't hear, I was saying I asked you all to get some paper to be able to present with your project an illustration page that you have planned from beginning to end, and have the concepts on the piece as it pertains to what color you plan on painting the piece, what each component means, and the reason why it's important to describe what the piece means is because it's abstract. Who in the world would possibly know what you're trying to convey or what you're trying to get across? Especially if you had something really, well, y'all seen some of that abstract stuff. And if you look at some of the titles of it, you might say to yourself, I don't see how that even goes together or something like that. It doesn't matter. It's not your work. You didn't create it. You don't know what they were feeling. It came from the inside of them, but they're trying to convey the message or tell you what it's all about the best way they can. So sometimes when you look at more abstract work, you tend to get it. All right. So also the pieces that I just gave you is for our fourth project, the do-it-yourself, but right now we're working on the abstract. So I told you all I went backward, and this is actually my do-it-yourself project. I said I was going to approach this because it was kind of fun, the same way that I'm approaching my abstract piece. So I went on ahead and drew pretty much what I'm going to create, although the only thing I have not done is put words on here. Ms. Deborah Bell, you listening?
I'm listening and I'm looking.
Good job. All right. So I told everybody I'm going to explain next week what all this is. However, I don't want to spend the time doing that. It's just the concept to kind of show you all what's going on. And this is what I've actually put together to start actually creating that piece. So I also have finished the whole concept of this piece, Miss Everybody. You can see the words, some kind
Turn
of
around.
Yeah, I'm saying the words are on here in pencil. I just jotted it down because this is my work, and I'm going to go back and put my concepts of what everything means on here. But this is my do-it-yourself. It has nothing to do with abstract art. So what I was showing everybody, my abstract piece is this thing right here.
I saw that. Kim, can you go back? Because how you started your do-it-yourself project with those balls, like a cone, is that going to be that's how you're approaching the body of that person?
No.
By using those balls?
No, that's this right here.
Oh, that's those. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so far what I have made is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I do, the reason why I wrote these balls and I'm setting them up, I have them setting up, is because I want them to get leathered so that I can cut each one in half and scoop them out. Then I'm gonna put tissue in each half and paper towel in each half, and then put them back together, because that's why I didn't want to explain today. It's like a lot.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's all right. I'm gonna attach those together, Miss Deborah. This is actually a vase. So all of this is gonna be open, even though it's like balls sitting on top of each other. It's really a vase. And this, you can't really tell, but this is the handle of the vase.
Right.
Person, I'm not making the person right now because I have all that scooping out to do. I don't want my person to dry out. So I'm only making my person at my human at the time of when I have this put together so that I can attach it. Yeah, I'm just going in steps. That was all I was able to do since yesterday.
But Kim, you know, the Mobius and us concept that I had, could that have been an abstract?
Yes, the Mobius.
Okay. Okay.
The Mobius is abstract.
I'm talking about the design that I made. I don't know if you remember it.
Talking about the one before or the one you just turned in?
Just turned in.
Yes, that could be an abstract piece, but
You
that's
see
not
what I did on the outside of it with the design? That could have been so easily considered an abstract also, in addition to just being a Mobius.
It can be
Okay.
an abstract piece. That goes back to what Mr. Van Dyke Howard asked me, is the Mobius abstract? I was like, yes, it's abstract essentially, but in a sense it's not, because it's not just made up out of your mind per se. And I'm not saying anything that's in your internal is made up. It's real, or it could be if you manifest it. But however, that's a mathematical equation. It's a fact. So it's not nothing that's coming from your inner self per se, although somebody came up with it. Everything belongs in the universe, whether it's fiction, real, not real, if it came out of us. But yes, it's an abstract, but that's not going to be your abstract piece. You gotta, that's your Mobius. I don't know what you was trying to ask me, but that's it, not it. Okay, did you need me to go back on this, Ms. Deborah Bell, or you already?
No, I'm good. That's when I got on. I saw that.
Okay, this is definitely my abstract piece that I was presenting. So I didn't want to confuse anybody with the do-it-yourself, but the reason why I showed you all that, because it was more put together as what I asked y'all for as far as doing color and stuff. And just because mine is so detailed, thank you so much. Even though it's detailed, the reason why I made mine so detailed, because I plan on framing mine and using it probably to sit by my art piece when I make it or something, or when I sell it, might sell it together as a package. I don't know, but I just did it because it probably would be fun. I've been kind of like creating, experimenting with watercolors lately, so I just did it. But that's what you want to do, either draw, write out what your color is going to be, just like a nice little picture or illustration of your piece. So I have a couple of jokes right quick. Oh yeah, so what I was going to say earlier is I really commend you all. You have been doing a wonderful job. Stay strong and stay creative throughout this process and what we're going through. And I just want to say that y'all are killing it. Y'all got it? I said, y'all killing it.
That's a joke.
You look very much alive to me.
I'm trying to say, y'all been doing good with the pieces that y'all have turned in as far as art. And I'm glad y'all been doing a great job coming in on the class. I said, y'all killing it.
And man, you overjoyed.
Killing it.
That's the joke.
Not killing it. Y'all killing it. K-I-L-N. Y'all killing it.
Oh, now I get it.
Oh, lame.
Okay.
Like, we didn't even know it was a joke. We were waiting on a joke.
Y'all killing it. All right, here's another joke. I once met a lizard who was a door-to-door pottery salesman. He could really rep tile.
You can really rap town.
Morning.
I said he could really rep tile. Tile, you know, tile is the key word because tile has to do with pottery.
I got it.
Sorry, had to drink a little water.
After those jokes, I guess.
My last job fired me. Can you believe it?
Got that one.
Yeah, you got that one.
Fired.
I thought it was very confusing since only the pottery is supposed to go in the kiln.
How did that was go? The best for last.
I made a ceramic sculpture last night of Muhammad Ali, but it exploded in the kiln. It was gaseous clay.
So the Cassius Clay. We get it.
All right, imagine, close your eyes just for 2 seconds, everybody, close your eyes. Imagine a lump of clay sitting in front of you. All right, now open your eyes.
We see you.
All right, let's see what you guys can do without the help of the internet on your abstract projects. You see what I'm saying? The abstract project is about closing your eyes, not seeing anything like on the internet or nothing like that. It's just about a feeling, a mood, an experience. Maybe you want to get the point across of how it sounds or it looks or how it feels to have a loud voice or a very soft and delicate voice. I don't know. Could be about a voice. All right, next thing. What did Clint Eastwood say before firing up the ceramic bowl he made in pottery class? What did Clint Eastwood say? You know, Miss Regina. What did you got to unmute yourself, Miss Regina. Miss Regina, you have to unmute yourself.
I'm unmuted now.
Okay.
Teacher.
What did Clint Eastwood say before firing up the ceramic bowl he made in pottery class? He said, "Go ahead, bake my clay."
I can't remember what his famous words.
You're so silly, Kim.
All right.
Need to talk to Bucky.
What kind of clay does a dog use? Ex Prince Noah. What kind of clay does a dog use? Fido.
Oh.
Oh, wow. That was
There you go.
that was big.
I fell asleep at the wheel last night.
Uh-oh.
Now my pottery is ruined. That was it.
You put.
I said I fell asleep at the wheel last night. Now my pottery is ruined. The wheel, you might think of a car, but I'm talking about the pottery wheel.
Don't quit your day job. Don't quit your day job.
My day job.
Don't quit your day job.
Okay. Right. So. All right.
We couldn't get that because this is a hand build class.
And the potter said unto the clay, beware. And it was.
Yes. A plate. Beware, like tableware.
Beware what?
Where?
Earthenware.
Beware like, not beware like beware of a dog. Beware like B-E, and then another whole word, W-A-R-E. Ware is like ceramic ware, clay ware. Then he
Yeah,
just said
plates and
ware.
dishes.
Like you
Table. Mhm.
just
Don't
look
go
at
to the Apollo because they'll put you on.
All right, anybody have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Can you save me one of those boxes that the clay come in?
Yes.
Thank you so
I
much.
saved about 2 or 3 boxes already. And I think I asked y'all, did y'all want them when I saw you, but you said no. But it's okay, but I still have them. I still have them, no problem.
Yeah, I need to, me and Carrie need to split up our clay, and I need another box to put it in.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Anybody else?
Kimberly. Yes, Kimberly.
Miss Carrie, you have to
You
unmute
said-
yourself. Miss Carrie, you have to unmute yourself.
I'm muted.
Sorry, hold on. Miss Theory, are you talking to me? I'm gonna have to mute one of y'all. Miss Carrie, Carrie Willis Brown, you have to unmute yourself. We cannot hear you. When you touch the screen, baby, you know that mic at the bottom. Anybody else have any questions? Mr. Theory, if you're talking back to us again, then you have to unmute yourself.
Let me see. Now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, when you say use shredded paper, can I use that micro shredded paper to put it between my pieces?
Shredded paper is great because it's just so small and it kind of goes into the crevice, everything. Yeah, you can use any big, micro, whatever you like.
Okay. I want to be everywhere.
Okay, Kim, I unmuted myself.
Yes, ma'am. Good job.
I just wanted to say with the box, make sure you keep the plastic also too.
What plastic? From the clay?
That the clay comes in, you know, it's in a box and it's in plastics.
Yes,
You want
ma'am.
the plastic too.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Anybody else have questions?
So when are we supposed to be done with this abstract art? Is there any time limit, or do we have a recess from your class or what?
Okay, so what I've noticed is,
Say recess.
what
We're gonna have a break. We're gonna have a break.
I don't have that much time because I've already gone over. One thing that I wanted to say to you all is, if you think about it, I'm gonna be firing this week. So if you're working on your project maybe this weekend, early next week, I'm not saying you would have finished your abstract project by Thursday or Friday. Even if you have not, some people it should be some other people who have projects to turn in, like the fruit or vegetable or the Mobius, because I have not received everybody's. And then some people have some pieces that they are glazing. However, next week when the kiln is finished firing, if not everything goes well, that means with like it busting and breaking all that type of stuff, then you will be receiving those pieces. And class is gonna sort of slow down as far as progression of projects for a little while until you start to glaze up some of these pieces that you already made. However, I'm gonna continue to go on with lessons on our actual live class, although you may be still working on glazing these current projects.
Right.
So after the DIY, it's kind of like right now we're going to be slowing up because we have to glaze right now 3 projects: the Mobius, the fruit or vegetable vessel, and the abstract piece. And you all know, I always tell you, it takes longer to glaze something than it does to make something. You might think just thinking of what to make takes a long time, and the fact that you even got it together, woo, that was so much, it took me so much to get it together. You don't know, this thing kept falling apart, this, that, and the other. when you get ready to paint it, that's when I
Time.
don't know, it take forever. to
It's
paint
time
stuff.
consuming.
All that time when I'm continuing to ask y'all, are y'all ready to move on? Y'all gonna be like, no, but I'm gonna be done already moved on. Not on actual projects that we'll be making, but the class is gonna still have content as it pertains
Right.
to instruction.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I love you all. Thank you so much. Go ahead and get to work and have fun and mold that clay, because clay definitely must feel good in the hands of a potter. And so y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. And I'll see you all next week on Hand-Built Pottery and Sculpture. Have a wonderful and blessed day. See y'all. Great to see your faces. Y'all want to say peace and love and bye to everybody?
Peace and love, love,
Peace and
love,
love.
class.
Bye.
See you all next
Bye.
week. Have a great
See you, Miss
weekend.
Tara.
Bye, guys.
Have a good
Bye,
weekend.
guys, everybody.
Have a good weekend.
Bye, Kimberly and Miss Tara.